10 persons, Rajan, Amit, Ravi, Manish, Pankaj, Sudhir, Praveen, Sumit, Gaurav and Asish are sitting in 2 parallel rows having 5 persons in each row in such a way that there is an equal distance between the adjacent persons. The persons sitting in row 1 are facing south and the persons sitting in row 2 are facing north. Each of them have a different hobby among reading, net surfing, cycling, acting, dancing, cooking, painting, shopping, swimming and walking, but not necessarily in the same order. So basically, if you understand the context so far, there are 10 persons, there are 10 different hobbies, right? Each person likes a hobby. Now these 10 persons have been arranged in 2 parallel rows having 5 persons in each row, right? In row 1 the persons are facing south, whereas in row 2 the persons are facing north. And then a lot of clues have been given to us. Only one person sits between Amit and the one whose hobby is swimming. Ashish faces the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is reading. Walking is not Ravi's hobby, and so on. Okay, so let's try it out now. So let me create some space for me to try out all the possible cases. We may get multiple possibilities. We have to check all of those. Yeah, so let me try out. I think I'll be able to do at least 4 possibilities here in the space available. So again, 10 persons and 10 different hobbies basically, and in 2 parallel rows. Okay, one row the persons are facing south, in the other row the persons are facing north. And remember, since the persons are facing opposite to each other, I mean in such a way that there is an equal distance between the adjacent persons, the point is the row 2 will be having persons facing north. So row 2 is the bottom row, right? This is row 2 and this is row number 1. So in row number 1 the persons are facing south. In row 2 the persons are facing north. So for this row, left and right are as follows. This is right and this is left. Sorry, they are facing north, right? So when persons are facing north, left is left and right is right. When persons are facing south, left becomes right and right becomes left. So be careful about that, right? So for this row, this is going to be right and this is going to be left. For the second row, this is going to be left as usual and this is going to be right. Okay, when person is facing north, left is towards the left and right is towards the right. When the person is facing south, left should be taken towards the right hand side of paper and right has to be taken towards the left hand side of paper. Okay, so that's the understanding that I have to build. Now what should we start with? See, the biggest challenge that we have in this question is we do not know which 5 persons are in row 1 and which 5 persons are in row 2, or who's in the group of persons facing north and who are in the group of persons facing south. Usually that is given, but that point is not given in this particular case, and hence it becomes very complex, right? We know 10 persons, we know there are 2 rows, we know there are 10 hobbies, but which group, the grouping is not there, either with respect to persons or with respect to hobbies, the grouping is not there. So it's going to be very, very difficult for us to start. I mean, already linear arrangement is complex because there is a definite first position, second position, third position when it comes to linear arrangement. You cannot start from wherever you want. And this becomes even more complex because we don't even know. I mean, if you have been given some information, look at the first point. He says, like let's read the first point. He says only one person sits between Amit and the one whose hobby is swimming. Fine, only one person between Amit and swimming. But are these 2 guys in north facing row or south facing row? No idea. Are they in row 1 or row 2? No idea. So that's the confusion we have. So unless we know something concrete about some persons or a few persons facing north or south, we can't do anything about it. So what I would suggest is, let's try and find out who is that person or that hobby for which some idea about north or south is given to us. So Ashish faces the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is reading. Walking is not Ravi's hobby. Rajan faces Manish's neighbor. 2 persons between Praveen and reading. 2 persons between Rajan and Sumit. Ravi faces cooking. Net surfing is second to the left of cooking. Manish faces south. So here's the point. Manish faces south. This is the first point given to us in the data which talks about a person facing south or north, whichever, and he is opposite to the one who sits third to the left of dancing. The one whose hobby is shopping faces Pankaj. The one whose hobby is painting sitting second to the right, immediate right of Gaurav. Amit's neighbor faces Praveen. The one who faces the person whose hobby is swimming sits third to the right of the one whose hobby is cycling. Yeah, so I think let's start with this point that Manish faces south. Manish faces south meaning Manish is in the top row. And he is opposite to the one, Manish faces south, and he is opposite to the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is dancing. So let's start with this point, see what happens. Now Manish faces south. If Manish faces south, Manish is in the top row. right? So, let me mark 5 positions, or let me put Manish's position first, right? So, Manish, let's say here. Manish faces south. So, he's in the top row. And he is opposite to the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is dancing. So, Manish is opposite to someone, Manish is opposite to this person. Now, Manish is opposite to the one. Manish is opposite to the one, which means this person sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is dancing. Now, remember, the persons in the bottom row are facing north. So, for them, left and right are, our usual left and right. So, Manish is facing south is fine. He's opposite to the one who's third to the left of the one whose hobby is dancing. Which means, if you understand, dancing will be third to the right of this person. First, second, and third. Dancing will come here as a hobby. I'm writing hobbies below the dashes and name of the persons above the dashes. So now understand again, it's this point that we have plotted. Manish is facing south, so Manish is in the top row, and he is opposite to the one. He's opposite to this person, this dot that you see here, right? Who's that person is not known to us, but he's opposite to this person, who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is dancing. Who sits third to the left of dancing? Dancing is here, first, second, third. See again, left of dancing is our left, because this is north row. If it is south row, left should be taken on that side, but left of dancing this side is, in this case, is this side, left side. So first, second, third, left of dancing is this person, Manish faces that particular person in the case. So what we know now is Manish is in south row, dancing is in the north row, right? Now, since each person will face opposite to the other person, 4 positions are marked. Now comes an important point. You see, we know that there are 5 persons in each row. Now the question that arises is, where is that 5th person? Is that 5th person on the left hand side of Manish or on the right hand side of dancing? You're able to follow. Where is that 5th pair of dashes? This is 1 pair of dashes, 1 pair of positions, 2nd pair, 3rd pair, 4th pair of positions. The 5th pair of positions will either be on the extreme left, this side, or on the extreme right, this side. So we can say there are 2 possible cases, either this side or that side. You're getting it? You can take 5th position this side or 5th position on that side. But before that, before taking up those 2 possibilities, let's see if there is anything else that can be used. Like for example, what else? Is there anything given with respect to, with connection to Manish or dancing? Manish or dancing? Dancing, Manish. Rajan, okay, look at this. Rajan faces Manish's neighbor. See, understand, let me explain you. This is the crux, this is the core that we know. I am duplicating this. Now this is case number 1, let me say. Let me show you the case number 2. First of all, I'll duplicate whatever we've done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, Manish and dancing here, right? No change so far. What I'm doing is, in case 1, I'll take the 5th position this side. In case 2, I'll take the 5th position this side. No changes. We have considered whatever was possible. Now try to do what is given in this point. What is given? Rajan faces Manish's neighbor. Now who are Manish's neighbor? Manish's neighbor are these 2 guys in case 1. Rajan is facing Manish's neighbor. Now that leads to 3rd possibility. Okay, 3rd possibility. Let me take that also, because this otherwise is a very complex question. Unless you try multiple possibilities, you'll not be able to do. See, in this second case, let's look at second case first. We know Rajan faces Manish's neighbor. Who's Manish's neighbor? In case 2, the only neighbor of Manish is this guy. Rajan faces that Manish's neighbor. So Rajan comes here. But in case 1, there are 2 neighbors of Manish. And Rajan faces which neighbor is not known to us. Rajan can come in this position or in this position. Sorry. Rajan can come anywhere here. So what I will do now is, first of all, I'll duplicate case 1 as it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where was Manish? Second seat. And here is dancing. Right? I am doing it a little slow so that all of you follow what is being done. I am not sure if you'll be able to complete it immediately, but let's see. So what do we know? Rajan faces Manish's neighbor. So Manish's neighbor. Let's assume this is Manish's neighbor. Rajan comes here. In this case, Rajan faces Manish's neighbor this side. Rajan comes here. So we have considered all the possible cases. There are 3 cases for these 2 points. Rajan faces Manish's neighbor. Manish neighbor, Rajan faces. Manish neighbor, Manish neighbor this side, Rajan faces that person. There is no other possibility, right? There is no other possibility. Now, let's find out the next connecting statement. So try to connect with Manish or Rajan or dancing. Anything given with respect to that connection? Manish, Rajan dancing. Only two persons sit between Rajan and Sumit. Only two persons sit between Rajan and Sumit. So Rajan is here. Two persons sit between Rajan and Sumit. Rajan dash dash Sumit has to come here. Rajan is here. Two persons between Rajan and Sumit. So dash dash Sumit has to come here. There is no other choice. Look at third case. Rajan is here. Two persons between Rajan and Sumit. Dash dash Sumit is going out of the arrangement. This side dash dash Sumit is going out of the arrangement. So case 3 is wrong. Case 3 is incorrect. So eliminated. Now we are left with only two cases. Now we are left with only two cases, right? But I need space. I need more space to try out. I'll do one thing. Since case 3 is eliminated, I'll clear this up so that I can show you the other points. So let me clear case 3. Yeah, we have got two cases, case 1 and case 2 now. And 3 points have been used. I'm clearing this also so that any rough work can be done. Okay, now what do you think is useful? Shopping faces Pankaj can't be used. Painting, Gaurav, all these are new words. Amit, Praveen, Amit's neighbor faces Praveen. The one who faces person. Swimming is third to the right of cycling. Not useful. Only one person sits between Amit and the one whose hobby is swimming. Multiple possibilities. Only one person is Amit and swimming. Multiple possibilities will be there. Can't do anything about it. Ashish faces the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is reading. Ashish faces the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is reading. Walking is not Ravi's hobby. Only two persons sit between Praveen and whose hobby. Okay, let me try this point. We know only two persons sit between Praveen and reading. Only two persons between Praveen and reading. So what are the possibilities? Only two persons between Praveen and reading. Let me do it here. See, he says there are only two persons between Praveen and reading. I can do it like this. Praveen dash dash and then we have reading here. Two persons between Praveen and reading, or these can be interchanged. I can say reading dash dash and then Praveen. Right? Only two persons between Praveen and reading. 1, 2 and 1, 2. Both are possible. Who's on the left side is not known to us. Yeah? Then what else can be done? Try to connect something else with Praveen or with reading. Okay, look at this. Ashish faces the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is reading. So Ashish is facing whom? Who is third to the left of reading. Third to the left of reading. So now that we have fixed reading, let's find out what is third to the left of reading, because Ashish faces that person who is third to the left of reading. Third to the left of reading. Third to the left of reading. See, understand. The point is, while we have got two cases here, Praveen dash dash reading and reading dash dash Praveen, again it is still possible that Praveen gap reading can come in row 1 or row 2. Similarly, reading gap Praveen can come in row 2 or row 1. Yes or no? So actually these are not two, these are 4 cases. We don't know whether this is north row or south row or this is north row or south row. But then the next point says that Ashish faces the one who is third to the left of the one whose hobby is reading. So find out who is third to the left of reading. See, what is left of reading? The question now is, what is left of reading? How do we decide what is left of reading? What is left of reading? Now left of reading can be decided only if we know whether reading is in the north row or the south row. Left of reading can be decided only when we know the row in which reading is available. Is it the north row or the south row? But then try and understand. Third to the left of reading. Assume that reading is in the south row. I'm looking at this case. I'm looking at A and B, let's say. In case A, assume that reading is in the south row. Third to the left of reading. If reading is facing south, third to the left. Left should be taken towards the right. First, second, third. This position comes in picture. How many positions have come all together? Already there are 4 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know that there are only 5 positions in a row, which means reading cannot be south. Reading cannot be in the south row. Reading has to be in the north row, according to case A. Getting it? Third to the left of reading. If I take reading in the south row, third to the left of reading will have 7 positions in this row, because already 4 positions are fixed. So reading cannot be in the south row as per case A is concerned. Reading has to be in the north row. If reading has to be in the north row, then what is the third to the left? First, second, third. Third to the left is Praveen. And Ashish faces the one who is third to the left of reading. Third to the left of reading is Praveen, and Ashish faces Praveen. So Ashish comes here. And reading is in which row? North row, remember. North row meaning the bottom row. So this is as it is. This box has to be fitted. Ashish dash dash dash. In the bottom row, Praveen dash dash reading. 4 and 4. You getting it? So this is with respect to case A. Now look at case B. Third to the left of reading. Again, assume reading is in north row. Case B, assume that if reading is north row. Third to the left of reading. When person is facing north, left is left, first, second, third. What happens? Reading has become, there are 7 positions in this row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not possible. So reading is not the north row. Reading is the south row. Reading is in the south row. Now, if reading is in the south row, what is third to the left of reading? If reading is in the south row, left is towards our right. So first, second, third. So third to the left of reading is Praveen. And you look at this. Ashish faces the one who sits third to the left of the one who's always reading. So Ashish faces third to the left of reading. Third to the left of reading is Praveen. Ashish faces Praveen. Ashish comes here. Understand? In case 1, what did we find? We took third to the left of reading as our left. So this was the reading was in the north row. Here we have taken third to the left of reading as our right. So which means reading was in the south row. Which means reading and Praveen are in the south row here. Be careful. I am short of space, so it's becoming a little clumsy. But you got to understand this point. So case A has to be applied in case 1 and case 2 both. Case B also has to be applied in case 1 and case 2 both. So we are actually now with 4 cases. 1 with combination of A, 1 with combination of B, 2 with combination of A, and 2 with combination of B. That has to be verified. Right? So let's say, let's try 1A combination. See what happens in 1A combination. 1A combination, right? So Ashish, so basically one point is very clear. I think one point is very clear that Ashish and Praveen are opposite each other. Ashish and Praveen are opposite each other. Yes or no? So let's try 1A combination, see what happens. Is 1A possible? Try 1A. Ashish and Praveen dash dash and then reading. So Ashish and Praveen have to be opposite each other. Not possible. Ashish and Praveen comes here. Ashish and Praveen will come here like this. Right? 1A means Praveen and reading will be in the bottom row, north row, right? So Ashish and Praveen will come here. But then dash dash reading is going out. So not possible. Which means 1A is incorrect. Try 1B. Try 1B. Remember, when you try 1B, reading and Praveen are in the south row, which means reading and Praveen in the, we should actually, I should do one thing. I'll just do one thing. I'll write Ashish like this here, so that the south and left confusion is gone. I hope you're able to understand the point that I'm trying to make. So the box now becomes this. This is the box now. Still Ashish and Praveen are opposite each other, but this time what happens? If you're taking A, Ashish will be on top, which means in the top row. Praveen and reading will be in the bottom row. If you take case B, reading and Praveen will be in the top row, Ashish will be in the bottom row. It's fixed now. You're getting it? So that south and north confusion is left out. It's removed. Yeah? So 1A is ruled out. Why is 1A ruled out? Because Ashish and Praveen have to be opposite. I'll put them here, but reading goes out of the arrangement. And Ashish and Praveen, if I put it here, reading goes further out of the arrangement. So 1A is ruled out. Try 1B. In 1B, what happens? Reading dash dash Praveen. Praveen and Ashish still have to be opposite. The crux is that Praveen and Ashish are opposite. So if Praveen and Ashish are opposite, it cannot be coming here because Rajan is seated. It cannot be coming here because Manish is seated. It cannot be coming here. They can maybe come here, Praveen and Ashish. But then if Praveen is here and Ashish is here, where will come reading? Dash, dash and then reading. 1, 2 and then reading has to come here, which is not possible. You're able to follow? I'm looking at 1B. Now 1B, Praveen and Ashish cannot be in this position. Praveen and Ashish can come here. If I write Praveen, then this is Ashish, and where will reading come? After 2 positions from Praveen, 1, 2, and then reading comes here. So 1B is done. 1A was not possible, 1B is done. So this is 1B now. What we are doing is 1B. Now try 2A and 2B. Try 2A. Ashish and Praveen. Ashish and Praveen comes here. 2A. Dash reading. Not possible at all. Not possible at all, because again reading is going out. So 2A is ruled out. So basically A is wrong, B is correct. Right? 2A is ruled out because Ashish Praveen takes these 2 positions. Ashish Praveen take these 2 positions. Reading is thrown out. Try 2B. Let's see what happens with 2B. 2B now. 2B may we have to take Praveen on top and Ashish at the bottom. So Praveen and Ashish like this. And 1, 2 reading is going out. Praveen and Ashish may come here. 1, 2 reading will go for Manish. Yeah. So this time Praveen and Ashish. And reading was 1, 2 Manish. Good. So B is also done. So basically 1B and 2B. So basically B was the correct case. A was not the correct, B was the correct case. So I can clear this now. I can clear the mess. Remember only 2 possible cases so far. I am clearing this part. I had to do this, A and B subparts separately because explaining it directly was becoming difficult. If you have understood what we had done there, you could have verified directly on 1A, on 1 and 2 itself. Yeah. So this is the arrangement that we have done so far. Now try to complete it. I think already we have spent about half an hour, but it takes that much of time, right? So things are fixed now. Now quickly finish the other parts. So only one person between Amit and swimming, still not useful. Ashish faces the one who sits third to the left of the one whose hobby is reading is done. Walking is not Ravi's hobby. Rajan faces Manish neighbor. Only 2 persons between Praveen and the one whose reading is also used. 2 persons between Rajan and Sumit is used. Yeah. Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Multiple cases. Yeah. Not sure about it. The one whose hobby is net surfing is second to the left of cooking. Manish faces south. This is done. The one whose hobby is shopping faces Pankaj. Shopping, Pankaj, both are new. Painting has been fixed. Painting has not been fixed. Second to the right of Gaurav. Amit's neighbor, okay, Praveen. Something connected with Praveen. Amit's neighbor faces Praveen. Amit's neighbor faces Praveen. Where is Praveen? Praveen is here. Amit's neighbor will face Praveen. So case 1 is wrong because this point says Amit's neighbor should face Praveen. Who's facing Praveen? Ashish is facing Praveen. Is he Amit's neighbor? No, he's Sumit's neighbor. And there is no other neighboring side. The point says Amit's neighbor should face Praveen. The person who is facing Praveen is Ashish, but Ashish is not Amit's neighbor. Ashish is Sumit's neighbor. So case 1 is wrong. Try case 2. Amit's neighbor faces Praveen. Now, who's facing Praveen? Ashish. Ashish should be Amit's neighbor. So this side it is Sumit, this side I can put Amit. So this point is valid now. Amit's neighbor faces Praveen. Amit's neighbor is Ashish who faces Praveen. Yeah. Then anything else with respect to swimming is cycling. Swimming is third to the right of cycling. Okay, the one who faces, whose hobby is swimming, is third to the right of cycling. So there are 2 possibilities. Swimming and cycling can come in top row or they can come in bottom row. Swimming is third to the right of cycling. So if you see, let's say cycling and swimming are in top row. Okay, let me directly do only one case is available, right? Case 2 is applicable now. So swimming is third to the right of cycling. Swimming is third to the right of cycling. So if I put first, second, third, cycling here. Okay, this is north row, right? If I put cycling here, swimming is third to the right of cycling. First, second, third, not possible. Dancing is. If I put cycling here, swimming is third to the right of cycling. First, second, and third. Cycling can come here. Assuming swimming and cycling are in the north row. But what if swimming and cycling belong to south row? Swimming is third to the right of cycling. So if I put cycling here, you understand, swimming is third to the right of cycling. Swimming is third to the right of cycling. So cycling is here. cycling is here, first, second, third. Yeah, cycling is here, first, second, cycling cannot come here. Yeah, so if it is in the bottom row, one case is possible. If it is the top row, swimming is third to the right of cycling. So for top row, since it is a south row, it should be taken on the opposite side. I mean, it should be taken towards our left. So swimming is third to the right of cycling. Cycling is here, third to the right of cycling. First, second, third, swimming can come here. So still possible. It can come in top row or bottom row, both. Let me check anything else. Anything else there? Okay, only Amit is done, right? Only one person sits between Amit and the one whose hobby is swimming. Oh, this is done. I missed this point. We don't have to worry so much about swimming, cycling. Only one person sits between Amit and the one whose hobby is swimming. Only one person between Amit and swimming. So obviously swimming is in the bottom row. Obviously now only one person between Amit and swimming. So swimming has to go for the bottom row. And what does he say? The one who faces... Okay, this point is... Okay, hold on. I was incorrect. I was just assuming that the person whose hobby is swimming sits to the right of the person whose hobby is cycling. But the point is actually that the one who faces the person whose hobby is swimming sits third to the right of the person whose hobby is cycling. So swimming and cycling will not be in the same row. They will be in different rows basically. But what we know is swimming is in the bottom row. Yeah, swimming is in the bottom row. So what are the possibilities? Let me do it in a different color. Instead of duplicating it, let me do it in a different color. We know that only one person is between Amit and swimming. So let's say this is swimming. Example, right? What do we know? The one who faces the person whose hobby is swimming. The one who faces the person whose hobby is swimming. Who faces the person whose hobby is swimming? This person. Sits third to the right of the one whose hobby is cycling. Sits third to the right of the one whose hobby is cycling. Now, this person is third to the right of cycling. So cycling should be third to the left of this person. But third to the left of this person is going out of the arrangement, right? I cannot go left further. You are able to follow? I know that swimming should be in the bottom row. If I take swimming here, the person who faces swimming is this one. This person is third to the right of cycling, which means cycling should be on this side. Remember, this is a south row, south facing row. So cycling should go further towards our right hand side, which is not possible. Hence swimming cannot come here. So now it's concluded that swimming can come there. So I'll clear the red ink and directly fix swimming now. I think we can finish it in just a couple of more minutes. So 1 second. Yeah, so swimming comes here. Right? The one who faces swimming. Who faces swimming? Manish. Is third to the right of the one whose hobby is cycling. 1, 2, 3. Cycling. See, third to the right of cycling, right? Right of cycling should be towards our left because this is a south facing row. So first, second, third. Third to the right of cycling is Manish. Manish faces swimming. Swimming is one place away from Amit. So this point is also done. Yeah. Now connect, just connecting. What do we know? Shopping faces Pankaj. The one whose hobby is shopping faces Pankaj. No. It can come here. Yeah, multiple possibilities. Cooking, let's say Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Still multiple possibilities. Okay, take this. No, the one whose hobby is net surfing sits second to the left of the one whose hobby is cooking. Net surfing is second to the left of cooking. Net surfing is second to the left of cooking. So if I take the north row, see where it can come. Net surfing is second to the left of cooking. Cooking dash dash net surfing. Cooking dash dash. Yeah, so cooking net surfing. If I take the south row for cooking and net surfing, what do we know? Net surfing is, where is that point? Net surfing is second to the left of cooking. So cooking, no. Cooking first, second, net surfing. Still possible. Two possibilities are there. Yeah, but I know who's opposite to cooking, right? That way I can fix it. Where was that point? Somebody is opposite to Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Okay, look at this. Let me again show you in a different color so that you can follow it easily. What do we know? Net surfing is second to the left of the one whose hobby is cooking. Right? So if I take cooking here, net surfing is second to the left of cooking. Second to the left of cooking will be what? one. Net surfing is second to the left of cooking. First and second. No, net surfing cannot come here. So cooking cannot come here. If I take cooking in this position, net surfing is second to the left of cooking. First and second, net surfing comes here. But then I know that Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Ravi should be facing cooking. But here it is Amit. So cooking cannot come in this position as well. That means cooking cannot come in the top row at all. Cooking has to come in the bottom row. So now take cooking in the bottom row. What do we know? Net surfing is second to the left of cooking. So cooking is here. First and second, net surfing can come here. Cooking cannot come here. If cooking is here, first and second, net surfing cannot come. Yeah, so I think it is fixed. Cooking has to come here, net surfing has to come here. Done. I think we are done now. Cooking is not from the top row. Cooking has to come in the bottom row, net surfing comes here. Oh God. This is cooking. Then this is net surfing. Right? Now Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Ravi comes here. Remember, I am always taking left and right according to the north row or south row. The top row is the south row, the bottom row is the north row. So left and right have to be taken accordingly if you are getting confused. Yeah, be careful about that part. So Ravi faces the one whose hobby is cooking. Cooking and net surfing is also done. Now what else is left out? Pankaj. Where will Pankaj come? He says shopping is opposite to Pankaj. The one whose hobby is shopping is facing Pankaj. Pankaj can come in any of these three places, right? Now try and put Pankaj. Can Pankaj come here? No, because opposite should be shopping. Here opposite is reading, not possible. Can Pankaj come here? Yes. Pankaj and then shopping here, possible. Can Pankaj come here? No. If Pankaj is here, then this should be shopping. Here we have net surfing. So the only possibility is Pankaj comes here. And then this becomes shopping. Right? Yeah. So this is done. Painting is second to the immediate right of. Okay, the one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the immediate right of Gaurav. Painting is second to the right of Gaurav. Painting is second to the right of Gaurav. Now where will Gaurav come? Gaurav can either come here or here. But if Gaurav comes here, painting is second to the right, right? Not possible because second to the right is net fixing here. So Gaurav has to be in the top row. And painting is second to the right of, second to the immediate right of Gaurav. Second to the right of Gaurav. Gaurav is in the south row. Right should be. Uh-oh. This is also going wrong. The one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the immediate right of. The one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the immediate right of Gaurav. I am not sure because the one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the immediate right of Gaurav. Immediate right of Gaurav is this person. Okay, yeah, I think I've got it. The one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the immediate. What is immediate right of Gaurav? Immediate right of Gaurav is Praveen. Immediate right of. So this immediate right of Gaurav can be replaced with Praveen. Yes or no? Immediate right of Gaurav is Praveen. Now reread the statement. Sorry, immediate right of Gaurav. South row, right? Immediate right of Gaurav will be Pankaj. Uh-oh. Apologies. Sorry about this. Immediate right of Gaurav. Gaurav is in the south facing row. Immediate right of Gaurav is Pankaj. Yeah? Not Praveen. Now the one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to Pankaj. Sitting second to Pankaj. Which second to Pankaj? Something is wrong with this statement. I am not sure if this statement is correct. The one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the read that statement again. The one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the immediate right of Gaurav. By the way, in terms of persons, only one person is left out. Who's that person? Who's that person? Manish, Pankaj, Sudhir. Sudhir comes here, right? Sudhir comes here. So persons are all done. Bottom row hobbies are done. Top row में what are the hobbies left out by the way? Swimming, shopping, net surfing, dancing, cooking is done. Dancing, cooking, shopping, swimming, net surfing is done. Reading is done. Cycling is done. Acting, painting and walking are left out. Acting, painting and walking are left out. We know that Ravi does not like walking or something. Walking is not Ravi's hobby. Walking cannot come here. Walking should come here or here. But what is this statement? The one whose hobby is painting is sitting second to the immediate right of Gaurav. I think this word second is unnecessary. If I drop the word second for a moment, if I drop the word second, forget about this word second here. Now read the statement. The one whose hobby is painting is sitting to the immediate right of Gaurav. The one whose hobby is painting is sitting to the immediate right of Gaurav. Immediate right of Gaurav is this. So painting comes here. We know that, so painting is also closed. We know that walking, which is left out, is not Ravi's hobby. Walking cannot come for Ravi. So walking has to come for Gaurav. And finally, the only hobby left out is acting, which has to go for Ravi. So this completes the arrangement with a condition that I have adjusted the question a little bit. I am not sure if my answer is incorrect or the question has got a misprint there, but looks like in that question there is that extra word second. Sorry. So this green box is the final answer, right? In the top row we have Manish, who likes reading, Pankaj, who likes painting, Gaurav, who likes walking, Praveen, who likes cycling, Ravi, who likes acting. In the bottom row we have Sudhir, who likes swimming, Rajan, who likes shopping, Amit, who likes net surfing, Ashish, who likes dancing, and Sumit, who likes cooking, with a condition that there was one word second here which I have dropped, right? Second assumed to be error. Otherwise, I'm not able to complete this arrangement. I don't think we should be spending. Yeah, it should not be having immediate and second in the same statement. That's the point. That's the reason I have dropped the word second. Yeah, you cannot say sitting second to the immediate right of Gaurav.